Hello, good people. This is Mario, your host of Life Matters. And it is indeed a marvelous Monday. I hope that you are having a tremendous day on this Monday. And all things are going well. I am making it by the grace of God, and I hope you are as well. Listen, I want to pick up where I left off on my last video. The video was entitled Save Yourself, and I hope that many of you were encouraged by that. I do believe that a part of the purpose of my life in this earth is to cause people to literally learn to enjoy life. It's so important because the demands of this life are great upon us. You know, those of you that have families and husbands and wives, you know, you're dealing with a lot of pressure. You got work, school, husband-wife duties, all that stuff. And so life is very difficult. Even if you don't have a husband or wife, or you don't have to take care of a family, the demands of your family are still there in some shape, form, or fashion. Even some friendships require a lot from you. You have work. You have your goals that you got to attend to. And so I want to kind of talk about and kind of meld these things together today, because what I'm noticing in my counseling is that a lot of people are very frustrated, tired, worn out, because they will not take time to deal with, I personally need some attention. I need attention, and this is not the attention from somebody else. This is the attention that I need to pay to myself. They refuse to stop and deal with that and save themselves from the destruction of everyday life. Now, the other piece to this is a lot of times people have, and I was just preaching yesterday when I thought about this, it came to me while I was preaching yesterday, is that oftentimes we allow people to repurpose us for something that we've not been designed to be repurposed in or for. For instance, you know how we do, you know how black folk do now. We have a milk jug, and we bought it, it held milk. Once we empty it, we, as the old folks say, wrench it out. We wrench it out. And we're gonna put some Kool-Aid or some juice in it. But the container was designed to hold milk. On the outside of the jug, it says milk. It doesn't say Kool-Aid. It don't say red. It don't say purple. It says milk. So even though you now use that for orange juice, you actually repurposed the container for something to use for you. So I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you that are looking at this video have allowed yourselves to be repurposed by someone to do something that ain't got nothing to do with you? Think about that for a minute. See, that's some heavy stuff. That's some heavy stuff. You think about it now. We can go all the way back to Adam and Eve. The Bible says that when they sinned, they took fig leaves to cover their nakedness. Well, how about this? The fig leaf had a life and a purpose, but because someone messed up or had this need that they felt they needed to have or whatever, they destroyed the life of the fig leaf to cover their own nakedness. Now, you've cut off the life of the fig tree or leaf, disconnected it from its life source so that you could cover some junk you did. So how many times are you allowing people to repurpose you to cover some junk they did? Listen, people, let them deal with that and you save yourself. Trust me, there is a life out there that belongs to you, that has been purposed for you, that you deserve. And you can't allow people to come in and say, because I have this need, I'm going to repurpose you to satisfy me. And that's so unfair to you. I'm looking at people with depression, fatigue, who are just really worn out, really tired, you know, frustrated, and really cannot put their finger on it. They're having problems putting their finger on it. But I don't know what that is. I need to know what that is. You know what it is? You need to disconnect from anything or any person that is requiring you to be repurposed for their own good. You see? And so this is important because you have no business living a depressed life. You have no business living in total frustration. And this is the sad part. I want to add this in there too. A lot of you have lived frustrated and agitated and tired for so long that you believe that this is the way you are. You believe this is normal. Your dysfunction has become functional to you. So you've learned to kind of live in the power of your dysfunction, and now you call it personality. That's not your personality. Trust me on that. You really should be living a life of thanksgiving, of peace and joy. And that sometimes means identifying those sources of discontent, those sources that ruin your contentment, that bring trouble to you. You got to learn how to identify them. And I don't care what position they hold in your life, do not be afraid to pull away. Think about that. You cannot be afraid to pull away, because guess what? You have one life to live. One. You have how many lives to live? One. So in light of that, you must identify that my days are numbered. I don't know how many days I have. You got to think about that. But while I am in this earth, I need to find a place called peace. I need to find that place and make a declaration today that I am saving myself, that I will do what I can to help people, but I gotta save myself. If I don't minister to me, if I don't encourage me, if I don't rest me, how then will I be available for anybody else? You cannot let guilt, because some people will guilt you into feeling like you're supposed to serve until you die. The devil is a lie. Tell them that. See, because at some point you have to believe. You know what I love about Jesus? When they were getting ready to feed the 5,000, after rather they fed the 5,000, Jesus said, I'm going away. I'm going to get away from this now. And the disciples came and said, well, Rabbi, some more people are coming. And we need to, what are we going to do with them? We need to feed them as well. He said, I'm going away. I'm going to the other side, man. Y'all do what y'all got to do. I've done what I got to do. Jesus understood the principle of pulling away. This is why even when they got in the ship and the storm was raging, the disciples are still up there obsessing over stuff. Jesus said, I'm going to the bottom of the ship and go to sleep. While he slept, a storm came about. So he gets up and he rebukes them because he's like, man, listen, you all have power to do something about this. I've shown you how to deal with storms. Now leave me alone. So listen, what I'm saying to you is you cannot be afraid to pull away. You cannot be afraid to come away, pull away, disconnect, and do something for you. Around Valentine's Day every year, I say this thing to my people, particularly the singles or the unmarried. Don't sit up and trip if you don't get no flowers. Why? If you haven't bought yourself flowers, don't expect anybody else to. If you want a diamond ring, go to the jewelry store. I'll get you some jewelries, some jewelries and things. Get you some jewelries and stuff. If that's what you want, you know what I mean? Don't be waiting nobody to put no ring on your finger. Put a ring on your own finger. And live this life. Live this life. Enjoy this life. Purpose to save yourself and not be repurposed for people who at the end of the day will not appreciate you. You understand? Do it for you. Hey, listen, I'm done for the day. Hit that subscribe button. Please leave your comments. Let me know if you were blessed. Follow me on Google Plus, and send this out to some people. Share this with some people that you know need to be ministered to and need to hear this. Some of you are identifying with people every day that are literally worn out and cannot put their finger on why. And maybe this is the answer. So I really need you to share that. Again, leave some comments. Talk to me. I answer them personally myself. Very personal. I'm very, very personal. So I do this. I don't have anybody maintaining my channel. I do it myself. So I look forward to communicating with you and any way I can to help you enjoy your life. Again, this is Mario Brown, and your life matters. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.